Hey everybody, welcome to the first episode of the Sketch Adventure. In today's episode, I'm going to be doing a little painting in gouache of that thumbnail there. And I usually start these in pencil, and I just keep it very loose and I'm just using it to block in the main shapes and nothing more. Now that I'm done the drawing, I'm getting my paintbrush ready and I start filling in the background. I'm just thinking about lights and darks at this point, and this concept of dividing anything in a composition into light and dark is an extremely important one. I won't go into it in detail right now, but in brief, it's directly responsible for creating the illusion of light. Now going in with more opaque paint, filling out everything in the foreground. At this point, the more accurate we are in capturing the light and shadow shapes, the more credible the piece will be in the end. It's probably better to have this border that I'm now painted in at the beginning, but here's an example of one of many mistakes I'll make. I ended up painting this blue too intense in color, so it's something I recognize and I'm going to go in later and dull it down a bit. And just putting some orange on the back brickwork to indicate a bit of light. Now that I've filled in most of the light shapes, the scene's slowly coming together and begins to actually resemble something. Even though I'm using dark paint there on the table, it's technically part of the light, so I'm trying to make sure that it always stays lighter than the darkest darks. I finally filled in that glaring piece of white at the bottom that was quite distracting. Now I'm going in with a bit of blue and white and adding some rim light on the table and the objects. Painting metal objects is always interesting. You've got the different reflections which show the shapes and the forms, and then you've got the different colors which are bouncing around from the environment. It's probably worth noting at this point that my sketch doesn't really look like the original screenshot, but as long as I've learned something and I can make a little thumbnail that looks credible on its own, then I'm fine with that. I'm now going in and lightening behind the character's head a little bit to help show some atmosphere. Because these paintings are so small and sketchy, I find myself squinting a lot to test to see if they're at a level I'm happy with. A few final touches on the little flame back there, and I think I'm going to call this sketch complete. So if you've enjoyed this video, please subscribe and leave a like. I've got a lot of exciting content planned that I can't wait to share, but in the meantime, I'll see you on the next sketch adventure.